What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make content about fitness, spirituality, self-development, and try on hauls. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, make sure you guys join the fam. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, you guys can follow me at MacWattFit, and my TikTok is also MacWattFit as well. In today's video, I'm gonna be bringing you guys a dumbbell only full leg workout. It's gonna include hamstrings and quads and glutes all in one, so you guys have a really good workout to do at home with just dumbbells or objects, but it's your whole entire legs. So I'm gonna be doing it at my apartment gym because there's dumbbells there. I would show you guys in my apartment, but I have no dumbbells to show. So just know that I'm performing it in the gym, but you guys can do this at home with dumbbells, or if you just have objects around the house, you guys can just do that as well. Yesterday I trained legs, and I work out at a gym, so I don't do just dumbbell only workouts. So today I'm actually training biceps and triceps, but I'm gonna be doing this quick little workout just to show you guys and film it for YouTube. But my real workout is gonna be my upper body, so I'm excited for that. So when I'm training legs, I usually like to take pre-workout because it gives me energy, endurance, and that extra push to just go to the gym if I'm not feeling too energized that day. This pre-workout has 235 milligrams of caffeine. You guys can use code Macie for 10% off. I usually tend to use pre-workout when I'm doing leg days, and then when I'm doing upper body days, I tend to use pump. So since I told you guys I'm gonna be training upper body day today, I'm gonna be taking the pump product. For the workout I'm showing you guys today, if I was training legs, I would be taking pre-workout, but since I'm gonna be doing upper body, I'm gonna take this. So a lot of people are unsure what pump is. Pump just makes all of your blood flow to your muscles very quickly. So it's gonna make you look very vascular, you're gonna have a lot of energy, and there's no caffeine. So it still helps you have a good workout without having to have caffeine. This is really good for people that wanna work out late at night, but they don't wanna take pre-workout because they're worried about the caffeine intake, and they can't fall asleep with all that caffeine. So this is the perfect product for them. Alright, my friends, so always make sure that you guys are warming up before your leg days. You don't need to do too much. The biggest mistake I used to do was I would warm up for like 15 to 20 minutes, and that's wasting so much of your time for actual training. I try to make it as short and simple as I can so that I can start my workout. The first movement that I do is a lunge stretch, and I do this stretch because it really opens up my hips and it gets me ready for movements such as the Bulgarian Split Squats that we're gonna do. So I really like to do this one, and I tend to do this one first. Right after the lunge stretch, I go straight into pigeon pose. This is a really good stretch for your inner thighs, and it always gets me ready for my squats. When doing these stretches, I tend to hold each leg for 10 to 15 seconds. So just make sure you guys are doing that, and then you can switch to the other leg. After I'm done with those two stretches, I start with my dynamic movements. So what I do is I do pulse squats, and I just do this to get myself ready for the movement of the goblet squat. By the way, that's my brother in the background, so let's just ignore him. But what I do next is I put the band on, and I use this band to open up my hips. So I'm just gonna be doing lateral side raises. Once I have the band on, I kind of just hold my hands together and then I put my leg out. If you guys are not stable people and you really suck at balance, you can go against a wall and just hold something because it's gonna help you have balance. So at first try that, and then you guys can do what I'm doing where you can just do it without anything. And here's some side view action for you guys. I tend to do this only for one set. I used to do these for 2 sets, but I realized, like I said, I spent too much time warming up, and you guys don't want to do that. So honestly, just 1 set is fine enough for me. Okay, so now we are ready to start the workout. The first exercise of this workout is going to be goblet squats, and this is a compound movement, so it's going to focus on your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quads. What you guys want to do is you want to make sure that you're standing shoulders width apart, or whatever feels most comfortable for you. Some people, they have to put their legs a bit wider, or some people need to go more closer in. It just depends on how it feels because everyone has a different body type. If you are a beginner, just get a 5 or 10 pound weight, and you guys need to hold it against your chest, so keep it against you at all times. The biggest mistake I see when I get a new client and they send me a video of their squat form is their depth. So depth means how low you're going, and a lot of people don't break parallel, so they stop at a point where they shouldn't be stopping because it's not low enough, and to me that doesn't count as an actual real squat. So you guys want to make sure that you're going low enough, ass to graph, This next exercise is called RDLs, and that stands for Romanian Deadlift. This exercise is going to put a big focus on your hamstrings and glutes. First things first, you want to grab your dumbbells or whatever object that you guys have at home. Make sure you're standing shoulder width apart and keep your core tight. And you guys want to bring the dumbbells all the way down to where it's right below your knees, and that's where your back's going to be straight. The biggest mistake I see people making is they go too far down, and that's how you can cause lower back pain. So when you're going down, you want to make sure that your back is straight. Another big mistake a lot of people struggle with is they don't keep the dumbbells close to their body. So what I tell my clients is pretend the dumbbells are glued to your legs and try to keep them against your body at all times, because when you guys are putting it out of your body and it's not against it, you're going out of your range of motion, and that's going to cause back pain as well. So make sure you guys aren't doing that. I wanted to show you guys how it looks in the front as well. So you want to make sure that you're standing shoulder width apart, keep your core tight, and just make sure you bring it all the way down, keep the dumbbells close, and I know you guys got this. This next exercise is called Bulgarian Split Squats, and this focuses on your quads and your glutes. And this exercise, there's so many memes on the internet about this because it's so hard, but it's so worth it for the booty gains because it really makes it pop, and it also really grows your quads good. A lot of people struggle on where to put their foot. So just do the same thing that you guys just saw me do, where I put my knee down and I just adjusted until I was in the right position. You want to slightly bend forward so it puts more of an emphasis on your glutes versus quads. But if you guys are wanting to focus more on your quads, you can definitely have a more upright position. But if you want more glute action, just go slightly forward. Another thing that's going to help more of a glute emphasis is having a lower platform, and it's also going to help with balance. So make sure that your platform is low like mine, and then put the ball of your toes on the platform because it's going to also give more of a glute emphasis, and you're going to feel the burn way better, so definitely do that. The next exercise we're going to perform is the hip thrust, and this is the ultimate booty building exercise because it puts an emphasis on your glutes. So what you're going to want to do is you want to have a bigger platform than before, and if you guys are at home, just try to find something at home where you can do this as well. By the way, if you guys are performing this exercise at home and you guys have nothing to replicate the step, you guys can do this same exercise on the ground by laying down, but it's just going to be called a glute bridge instead of a hip thrust. You guys can look that up and you'll be able to see the difference. So many people get confused and ask me where to put their back on the bench. So you guys want to put it right below your shoulder blades. You guys want to make sure that your feet are even before you start the movement, and you want to make sure that your body is in the position of a 90-degree angle. Sometimes people put their legs too far back, and then that prevents them from being able to form the movement correctly. A big mistake I wanted to point out to make sure you guys don't do this is a lot of people look up to the roof, and you guys want to make sure that you keep your chin tucked in and you're keeping it straight. And the most important tip of all is when you're doing the hip thrust, you want to make sure that you're holding it at the top for at least 1 to 2 seconds, and you want to really squeeze your glutes because when you guys have that contraction with your glutes, that's how you're going to grow your glutes. And a lot of people do the movement so fast and they don't squeeze at the top. When you don't squeeze at the top, you're losing booty gains. So make sure you guys do that and you'll get all the booty gains in the world. Okay guys, so this next movement is called the single leg hip thrust. I really like this movement because it isolates each cheek individually and it makes your butt super perky. It's honestly even better than hip thrust just because it's focusing on each leg individually. I always rave about this exercise, but then when I tell people about it, they have a hard time doing it because they're not too sure how to perform it. So what you guys want to do is you want to make sure that for the working leg, your heel needs to be on the ground, basically like glued to the ground. And you guys want to slowly just thrust up and try to hold the contraction. Keep in mind, this exercise is the same cues as the hip thrust. The only difference is that you have one leg up. Okay, so this last exercise is the Glute Biased Step Up. This is really going to focus on your quads, but it's also going to focus on your lower glutes and make them really perky. I'm not going to lie, I got too lazy towards the end, but I really should have built the step to be bigger because you want to have a taller platform. If you really want to focus on your glutes for this movement, you want to slightly lean forward, and that's going to put a big emphasis on it. And you guys want to make sure when you're stepping down that you're kind of just tapping your toe so it keeps the tension in your glutes. But this exercise is super fire, and it's probably one of my favorites too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and comment your favorite exercise in the video and what you guys want to see next.